day 244 becoming Christopher Cruz. Just did a video where I like cried my eyes out about what happened to my mom today. It's intense. So that all happened. And then I get to the hotel and I go to message Araceli, and I saw she like posted on her stories. So I click on it, and then the last picture is like this super sexy picture of her drinking a drink. And immediately I'm just like, well, first I'm like, dang, she looks good. Really good. But I always think that. And then right after that, it was like, oh, why is she posting something like that? And then the stories of this and that. And it was just like immediate just anxiety. And so my dad went in to get the key for the hotel, and I'm just sitting out in the car, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna meditate, and I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna meditate, and I'm gonna let it go. But then it was like, you can't just meditate and let it go. Like, it's okay to ask, like, why are you posting that? Like, what's the intention behind it? Because I have an idea of why, and it's not a good idea. And that's the problem with my mind. Like, I gotta fix that. And so I like messaged her, let her know I was here, and she was still awake somehow because she was working on her coaching program. And so then I called her, and I really didn't want to bring it up. I didn't want to fight. Like, I didn't want her to feel attacked or anything like that. And so I'm just like, we've talked about this, and it's like, okay, I got to approach her differently. Usually it's like, well, why'd you do that? And it's just instant, like, puts her in defense. And so I tried something different tonight, and I said, I'm really fucking scared. I feel so stupid. I can't even believe I'm saying this. This is horrible. Like, just completely let my wall down, let my guard down, and was vulnerable. And talked to her about it, and it was such an amazing conversation. Like, she was so loving and understanding, and yeah, it was so helpful. So I'm really grateful for that. And she said she's getting a personal trainer, which is great and terrifying. And like, we talked about insecurity. Like, I'm so insecure about my body. Like, yeah, so insecure. And I hate that. It's like one of the worst feelings in the world to dislike the vessel that you live in. It's like living in a house that you hate that you can never leave. Like, it's torture. And I'm so insecure about my body. That's the crazy thing. Like, so it's like she wants to get a personal trainer, and I'm like, of course it's gonna be like this tall guy who's like ripped as fuck and like has a six-pack and all this shit. And it's just like just triggers me so hard. It's just immediate anxiety and stress. And yeah, that's hard. Because there are just some physical things I can't be. Like, I'm never gonna be 6 feet tall. Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's not in the cards. I could have a six-pack. I could be ripped, but I'm never gonna be 6 feet tall. And I don't know, I just have this image in my mind that a masculine man, a real man, is 6 feet tall with a six-pack and like ripped as fuck and has like sleeve tattoos, and I'm just not that. And so I'm not like a man or whatever. And it just hits me. Like, I'm just so insecure about my body. And it's crazy because it's like I've never really been threatened about my personality. Like, you know, there's two parts of the equation. There's the physical attraction, there's the, you know, the body, and then there's the emotional attraction, which is like the personality. And I don't think I've ever really been threatened by any guy's personality. Like, I don't think there's ever really been a guy where it's like I felt threatened by his personality, because I love my personality. Like, genuinely, I think I have a fucking amazing personality. Like, if personalities were bodies, I'd have one of the nicest bodies in the world. Like, I genuinely believe that. Not being cocky or arrogant. I just love my fucking personality. I love who I am. I love what I believe in. I love how big my heart is. I love the difference I want to make in the world. I love how ambitious I am. I love how funny and charming I am. I love how genuinely caring I am. Like, I love how witty I am and intelligent I am and inspiring and motivating and just like entertaining. Like, I just love my personality. I wouldn't trade my personality for anyone else's in the world. My body, like, who's next? I'll take that one. I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Anyone but this one. And that's hard, because I'm never ever threatened by someone's personality. I'm never really scared of that. It's the physical part. And yeah, that's what I've always been threatened by, because I've always just like, half of my relationships, it's been an issue. Like, my first girlfriend, she wanted to break up with me because of the way I looked. Because we would hold hands and people would look at us weird, because she was like way taller than me and she was like gorgeous. And yeah, and so that was an issue. And then the other one, that was fine. And then another girl I dated, she like didn't want to tell anyone because she was embarrassed. And I wanted to like lose weight first. And that was just more reinforcement. And then like my girlfriend in Thailand, like she would always say like, you know, I usually date guys that are really tall and really handsome, implying that I'm neither of those things. And it was just like, it's just built up this horrible feeling about myself of like, I'm just ugly and gross and disgusting. And like, the crazy thing is I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm handsome as fuck though. Like, this is really good. Like, and if I lose weight, like, I'm gonna be like sexy as fuck. Like, I'm not just gonna be a good looking dude, I'm gonna be sexy as fuck. Like, this part's good. It's just fat. Like, I just got to get all this shit out of the way. But overall, like, this is awesome. But when you've been told for so long, like, you know, and so many girls I've dated, they've said like, oh, you're not my type. You weren't my type. And it's like, yeah, okay, great. I know. But it hurts hearing that, you know? And it's like, ugh. It's this like gut punch. Because it's basically saying like, I don't want you. But I fell in love with you, so I don't have a choice. And that's tough, but I've experienced the same thing. Like, I know what it's like. Human beings, we can just be very shallow creatures. And I'm guilty of it too. But the great thing is I can transform my body, and I feel like I'm getting to that point where it's like the pain of living like this is outweighing the pain of going to the gym, the pain of eating, like the inconvenience of it all. It's like, I just can't be like this anymore. Because when I look into the future and I see myself fit as fuck with a six-pack, like wearing the coolest, most unique, bold, badass, classy clothes, and I look at that person, I'm like, yeah, you put that guy up against this 6'2" ripped guy, and I'll destroy him every time when it comes to being likable or attractive, because I got the personality on top of it. Like, yeah, he's... I have to get some water. It's like, he might be 6 inches taller than me, But I got a six-pack too, and I got the fucking personality, and I got the business, and I got the inspiration, and I got the success. Like, put me up against any of those fucks, and they won't stand a chance, is how I feel. And so I just can't wait to get to that point. I just don't know what it's going to take to get me there. Avoiding all this pain helps a lot. Like, I don't want to be insecure when she posts a picture and I'm worried about other guys messaging her, and I don't want to be insecure when she gets a personal trainer that has a six-pack. Like, I want to be secure with who I am. I just want to be who I was born to be. Yeah. So I think that this trip is a very spiritual trip. I've been talking too much. My throat is dry. Hold on. But yeah, I think this trip is a very spiritual trip, and it's going to take a lot of vulnerability from me. And I will be very rewarded for that vulnerability. Like, I was on the call tonight with Araceli. She was incredible. God. And I was so scared because when we have conversations about my insecurities, it blows up most of the time. And it didn't tonight. It was really, really amazing. So, but I had to lead by being vulnerable. And so I'm going to have to do that with my mom too, and my family. But, yeah. But she was so amazing. Like, and the more she just loved me through it and talked about it, like, the more I felt safe to open up to her. It's crazy. Like, I would have never talked to her about, like, the personal trainer thing and the body and the height and all that shit. Like, I would have never talked to her about that. But she just kind of opened that space. Because she was just so loving and accepting of everything that I was saying and supportive, and she was great. Oh. And that really, like, allowed me to open up, and it was amazing. It was really, it just made such a difference. So, yeah, fuck. Day one, emotional as fuck. Stressful as fuck. Overwhelming as fuck. And amazing as fuck. Because just sitting here doing this video and the video before this, and letting out all these emotions, and, you know, being able to experience that with my mom and spend time with my dad and talk to Araceli about the stuff that I did, it's just like, all that was hard, and it was incredibly rewarding. Holy shit. So this card has been sitting right here. My dad brought out the key card from the hotel, and it says, "Go get rewarded." That is insane. Go get rewarded. And I was literally just sitting here and saying that it's been like, I've gotten a reward for all of this. And, you know, it's even more crazy. I'm keeping the shit out of this thing because it says go get rewarded, and I just said that I need to, like, be vulnerable this weekend. And when I meditated the other week and God spoke to me, God said, "Trust me enough to follow your heart, and your faith will be rewarded." Come on. come on. Spiritual people that see the signs, ultimate sign. Hello, go get rewarded. Period. Dang. Thank you, God. All right. I got this. I need to go sleep. And I'm just so so blessed to have the people in my life that I do. I feel very, very loved today. Now I just need to give that love to myself. Whoever thought of being human was out of their mind, because this shit is crazy. Being human is nuts. Like, what a freaking unstable roller coaster. Maybe it's just me. Maybe no other humans. Maybe they're just all really even-keeled and there's nothing dramatic in their lives, and, you know, life's just great. But for me, it's a lot of ups and downs. But the thing is, like, it's a lot of ups and downs. But when you look at over time, it's ups and downs like this, but it's all going up. Like, I could look back where I was a year ago and it was like I was having my ups and downs, but I was way down here. Now today I'm having my ups and downs, but now I'm way up here. And in a year from now, I'll look at today and it'll be like I was having ups and downs down here. And a year from now, I'm having ups and downs down here, up here. So overall, the graph is doing this, which is great. But there's just ups and downs. But overall, it continues to go up. So that's good. Oh, okay. I'm going to sleep great tonight. It's time to go sleep. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Araceli. Thank you, God. Thank you, me.